Hello everybody! Today we are looking at the Imperial Stormtrooper Commander from the LEGO Star Wars Buildable Figures line. Now you may be wondering, wait, I don't remember seeing this figure. Well, I don't blame you. The lack of promotion on this guy was definitely a lot, and not a lot of people heard about this figure in general, but I hope I will be one of the few that can actually tell you that yes, this figure actually exists. Because from all the other buildable figures, a lot of you have been wondering, why don't we get a standard Stormtrooper? Or just, the troopers? Well, here's the thing. LEGO was smart. They made this a Stormtrooper Commander, but you can easily convert this into a normal standard Imperial Stormtrooper. So it's a 2-in-1. It's actually a really smart decision that they made. So technically, if you want your own army of buildable Stormtroopers, you just gotta get a bunch of these guys. Remove all the commander stuff, boom, you have a normal Stormtrooper army. We'll get to that conversion in a bit. Of course, we're gonna look at everything about this figure first, and that includes the box. Here is the box. Set 75531 with exactly 100 pieces, which is perfect. This guy is on the Death Star by the looks of it, with the Stormtroopers from the films at the back. See, here is the normal Stormtrooper on the back, showing you that it is possible to convert him to a standard Stormtrooper rather than being a commander. Hence, right here. So, of course, is one of the main factors of this figure. Before we do that, let's take a look at the commander form, though. So, as expected, the commanders usually have a much longer weapon, if you didn't know that. Just because they're commanders, they gotta have the better weapons, duh. And he's also got this pauldron, which is plastic material. And it's a pretty okay material. And then I believe this is like the ammo crate or something. I'm not exactly quite sure what it's called, but it is made out of standard tiles. The legs, pretty straightforward and simple. White armor. Again, the same problem here with the friction adders showing, because, well, you got the white color scheme going on here, and then you have this gray friction adder just added here. That is a sore thing, and LEGO should have just found a way to cover it, potentially, and just not make it stand out. That would have been great. But that's pretty much nothing too special in the legs. Here's the back. Again, they've continued to make sure the figure is completely covered from 360 degrees. They've done it perfectly here. Body armor with the number 3 armor pieces attached to the back, just like that. And then the head. I have to appreciate this head, or this helmet in this case, because of the quality of it. It is so well done. It just looks so accurate to what the real Stormtroopers look like. But the material of it feels so high quality to the point that you don't feel like this is plastic. I still found it hard to believe that this is LEGO. This is actually pretty impressive. I think like LEGO's never failed to disappoint, except for organic-faced humans or organic-faced figures. And this is what LEGO needs to make more if they're to continue buildable figures. Are these helmeted characters or with masks rather than those with organic faces, because yeah, no flesh in sight, and so they've done a good job here, and that's why I got to appreciate the head. And of course, now we're gonna look at the rifle. So here's the rifle he's holding, and as you can see, extra bolt here. It's a long rifle, of course. To shoot it, you pull this, it's spring-loaded shooter to fire the bolt. Thank God the box was there to deflect the bullet right back at me to pick it up, so I don't have to walk across the room to get it. Put that back in. There we go. So yeah, notice how he's holding with both hands. There's an extra grip here, so he can actually hold it with both hands. Of course, you don't have to do that if you don't want him to hold it with both hands. Just do it like this. I will say though, the rifle is a bit heavy, so it's going to be dragging on the ground like that. Gravity will take over here, And it will I mean, you can sort of stand it up, but later on as you play more of this figure, it will definitely wear out, and you're gonna end up using both hands to display this guy. So look at that, not bad at all. So it is a long rifle, that's for sure, but it is a pretty well designed rifle, and of the fact that, yeah, it can be converted to make it a shorter rifle, hint hint wink wink, which we'll see in a bit. And yeah, so in the Commander form, I will say that they've done it, he still looks pretty nice even in Commander form. And what I'm curious to know now, of course, is what will he look like if he was converted. So let's do exactly just oh yeah, one more thing before we convert him. We'll do this when he's in the normal Stormtrooper mode as well, is that you can take the rifle, there's an axle right here, clip it to the back of him if you want. Boom, there you go. You can leave it at an angle like this. So now it looks like he's just a normal trooper with a rifle on his back. So if you don't want him to hold it and for him to do other things, you can do exactly just that. So they've done that pretty well. Of course, the gun is really long, and the way you're going to shorten it is, you know, when you convert him to a normal Stormtrooper, which we will do right now. So the first thing we're gonna do is remove the pauldron that he, oh, I just knocked him over. Is remove the orange pauldron that he has on here. So to do that, of course, you gotta take off the head, and you gotta take off this arm. That's where the two holes, the attachment points are, so you remove that. So now you're left with that. So you took off the pauldron. Now you can put the arm back on, put the head back on. Boom! You have your normal Stormtrooper, just like that, in the form. It's a super easy conversion, and I think all the kids are gonna have a great time converting this for sure. And then, like I said before, if you're going to make an army of Stormtroopers or squad of Stormtroopers, you need to get the Commander, because you just don't include the pauldron on, and there you go, that's your... Oh yeah, and just a fun fact, LEGO does give you an extra pauldron plastic sheet here. Should you accidentally break this one, then they give you an extra one right here. So in case you're wondering, there is an extra. The next job now is to actually disassemble the entire rifle and rebuild it. Yep, as inconvenient and unfortunate it is, the steps required to convert the rifle is, yep, you gotta do just exactly like that. You gotta tear apart the entire rifle right here, and we're gonna have to reassemble it. So let's do exactly just that. So, after a bit of converting, you're left with these pieces to make the stock. This is your Stormtrooper rifle. Boom, there you go. It's obviously a lot simpler, downgraded, still has the same play feature to shoot the thing. So, now let's attach it to our guy. So, just put him right on. Now see, this kind of makes more sense. This rifle is a lot smaller, so you can see. So if I attach it like this, position it a bit, there you go. You can this kind of makes more sense now, if you will. And yeah, that looks about right. So what do I think? I feel like, well, the hassle to convert the gun is very, very inconvenient. To make the rifle into a standard E11, and of course the same thing you can do to him, and that is you put the rifle on the back just like that. Never really seen the real Stormtroopers actually have the weapons on their back. I usually just see them just holding it. Well, there you go. So yeah, not a bad figure. It's basically a 2-in-1. I will say that. And I greatly appreciate LEGO for making it a 2v1, or 2-in-1, not 2v1. And this Stormtrooper, I believe, is much nicer than the other one which they made, which was the First Order Stormtrooper. The fact that this is a commander and then you can convert it to a normal trooper like this speaks convenience at its finest. It is definitely worth your money. You're getting a 2-in-1 here, and you can definitely bulk up on these, that's for sure. So I'm gonna give this a grade of 9 out of 10. Absolutely perfect. Just the friction adder at the bottom stands out. That's kind of a bother. Also, the fact that the conversion of, especially the rifle for the Stormtrooper, is really inconvenient and not fun at all. So, apart from that, I mean, if you love building, it shouldn't be much of a problem, but yeah, anyways, that is it I gotta say for the Stormtrooper Commander here. If you want to check out the other buildable figure videos, I have a ton of them created. Go take a look for yourself. And that is it for this one. If you enjoyed this particular video, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel for more, because we've got more videos coming your way very soon, and you best hope they're gonna be good. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.